Ребятки, приветствуем вас на стенде компании Lenovo. Он еще строится, мы на выставке CES электроник шоу в Лас-Вегасе, но правильные ребятки из компании Lenovo разрешили нам показать вам один из самых интересных гаджетов 2020 года, пока еще январь, но тем не менее, это первый в мире. Ребятки, готовы? Это будет интересно. Первый в мире, какого фига, складной ноутбук в натуре. Смотрите. Опа, это убирается. Пожалуйста. Многие из вас могут подумать, что это планшет, какой-то ноутбук, да, это просто какой-нибудь там большой Huawei Mate X или Galaxy Fold. Нет, это все-таки ноутбук. Lenovo позиционирует это как ноут, есть на то несколько причин. Гаджет называется ThinkPad X1 Fold. Быстрый обзор. Погнали. Итак, что у нас, так сказать, в комплекте? Во-первых, гибкий экран 13,3 дюйма, 2048 на 1536, правильно говорю? Пикселей, правильно говорю. И самое интересное, конечно же, место сгиба. То есть этот вопрос всегда волнует всех. Вот отсюда оно практически не видно. Конечно же, при каком-то если определенный угол выбрать, если определенную картинку поставить, где-то что-то, естественно, согнуть, где-то что-то там будет заметно. Но это не дискомфорт, это не какое-то такое неприятное ощущение, это просто сгиб гибкого экрана. Да, вот сейчас все четко и ровно. То есть это, на самом деле, очень удобный момент, что касается пользоваться каждый день. В складном виде это выглядит вот так вот. Гаджет весит меньше килограмма. Может показаться, по первым ощущениям, мы это в руки взяли, что это немножко что-то такое старенькое, олдскульное, тяжеленькое, но это и есть весь ноутбук в сборе. Все. Важно понимать, что здесь материнская плата, оперативка, процессор активная, с вентиляторами охлаждения, и здесь у нас SSD-накопитель, да еще и стилус сверху прицепили, все очень аккуратненько, на специально тут у нас раз крепится, готово. На корпусе у нас USB Type-C здесь, то самое активное охлаждение. Гаджет тут уже очень давно работает. Это сэмпл, но он прохладно, приятный. То есть все с охлаждением, тут полный порядок. Еще один USB Type-C здесь. Здесь у нас слот для сим-карты. Гаджет поддерживает 5G официально. Это мобильный такой инструмент, ThinkPad. Качельки громкости и кнопка включения здесь. Да, разъемов больше нет. Открываем. Здесь у нас клавиатура, она у нас держится прекрасно, не вываливается, все продумано, четко. Закрываем. Если закрыть без клавиатуры, у нас небольшая такая щель здесь, естественно, остается, но проще все-таки положить туда клавиатуру, и она у вас всегда будет под рукой. А так гаджетом можно пользоваться как планшетом. Открываем. Подставочка такая. Ставим. Подсоединяем. Пожалуйста. Сгиба не видно, но при этом очень комфортное это усилие складывания и раскладывания. Да, но ее нужно немножко усилие приложить. Убираем туда клавиатуру, она на магнитиках крепится. И все, пошли. Можно пользоваться даже так сказали. Складывайте как удобно в транспорте, тихонечко открыли в метро. Оба! И все работает. Экран нажимается, и можно этим пользоваться. А сколько будет стоить? А вот так вот еще можно. О, вообще нормально. Смотрите, ребятки, зацените. А что? $2500? Для начала. Ребятки, что-то надо было с этого, пожалуй, начинать. Чуть не поперхнулся. $2500 в рублях, это вот столько. Недешево, конечно, овес. Гибкие устройства нынче дорогие. Одна только Motorola Razr стоит 1500 евро. А тут вам целый, гибкий, огроменный ноутбук с процессором Intel Core i5, 8 гигов оперативки, начинка будет только одна, и до терабайта на SSD-накопителе. И активное охлаждение. Поэтому тут такая, вы можете, начать ругаться, что толстый какой-то, Там активное охлаждение. Core i5 все дело нужно охлаждать. Работает все, что мы тут пытались пробовать делать, нажимали, печатали, нормально. Все хорошо, хотя это сэмпл. Есть встроенная камера, что еще интересного, собственно, обо всем рассказали, показали. Не дешево, но и смартфоны в свое время тоже стоили, так сказать, дорого. Итак, ThinkPad X1 Fold, первый в мире складной ноутбук. Инновация от компании Lenovo. Lenovo молодцы. Они еще представили много разных классики, которые там стоит. Это X1, наш любимый, карбон обновленный, йоги, легионы. Все есть, но это такая необычная штучка. Спасибо, что посмотрели. С удовольствием почитаем ваши комментарии. Дорого, но необычно. ThinkPad X1 Fold. Увидимся. Пока. Ребятушки, досмотрели до конца? Молодцы! Поздравляем! Вы на секретном уровне этого видео. И партнер этого обзора — Thomas Drybox Amphibia. Пылесос. Да, пылесос, но у которого огромные возможности. Этот гаджет всегда готов к работе. Вместо мешков, которые нужно покупать, здесь система Drybox. Весь крупный мусор попадает в центральный отсек, а потом просто выбрасывается в ведро. Мелкая пыль уходит в изолированные боковые отделы. Когда они заполняются, пыль можно смыть водой. И если вы аллергик, то точно это оцените. Если вам нужна влажная уборка, без проблем, заливаем. А потом, после уборки, вода со всем мусором просто вливается. А еще у Thomas Drybox Amphibia в комплекте насадка швабры Aqua Stealth для бережного мытья паркета ламината, а также простой уход за фильтрами. Их тоже можно просто мыть. Один комментарий по теме обзора, и вы участник конкурса. Один такой пылесос новенький мы разыграем и отправим за свой счет. Все условия в описании к видео. Thomas Drybox Amphibia. Удачи в конкурсе!
I'm holding a toothbrush that can brush your entire mouth in 10 seconds. Yeah, I'm not even at the dentist's office. I'm actually at Mandalay Bay at CES, and this is called the Y Brush. I know this doesn't look like a normal toothbrush, but that's the idea. It does something a normal toothbrush can't, which is clean your entire mouth in 10 seconds. What you do is you put this in and bite down, and over the course of 5 seconds, it cleans all your top teeth. Then you flip it upside down and do the bottom. 5 plus 5 equals 10, and that's a lot shorter than the 2 minutes that the ADA recommends with a regular toothbrush. So you could go with your toothbrush and go one tooth at a time and clean them, or you can put this in your mouth, do that, and you're done. So what makes this work? Well, really what makes this work is this brush tray. It's filled with nylon bristles, and they're at different angles to get across your teeth, between your teeth, and around your gums. And when you turn this on, which is a motor, it actually vibrates the tooth tray here. And you bite down on it, and it will clean the whole thing. Now, you might be wondering why it's only on one side. It's because it's a lot more comfortable to clean the top than the bottom. So, no 5-second toothbrush yet. We're still stuck at 10. So last year we talked about this at CES, but we couldn't get a hold of it. Now you can buy this toothbrush, and it costs $125. Now, think about what that means. A Colgate toothbrush that's a smart toothbrush costs around $100, as does an Oral-B. In fact, Oral-B has a smart toothbrush that costs $180. And neither one of those can clean your teeth in 10 seconds. Now, if you do buy this, I should warn you that it's not shipping until later in 2020, probably around March or April. But for $125, I'm going to save a lot of time brushing my teeth. Hey guys, if you like this video about the Y Brush, the 10-second toothbrush, make sure you subscribe to CNET for more about CES 2020.
This is Beauty or Bust, where we try out the beauty world's weirdest products and find out if they're worth your money or a total bust.
Oh no.
Today we'll be trying out the Prinker, a device that prints temporary tattoos in seconds, apparently. So if you're thinking about getting your first tattoo, or you've got one that you wish you hadn't, then the Prinker could save you from a lifetime of ink regret. We're using the Prinker Pro, which costs $550. For that, you get the printer device in either red or blue, ink cartridges, 2 rechargeable batteries, and a 300ml bottle of skin primer. We're going to rate the Prinker on how easy it is to use, how close to a real tattoo it actually looks, its effectiveness on different skin tones. We'll also test to see if the ink is water resistant like its manufacturer Sketch-On claims it is, and whether or not it actually made you want to get a permanent tattoo. For the first test, I'm picking a pre-made design on the Prinker app. Once you've made your mind up, you upload the design to the Prinker via Bluetooth and you're ready for printing. So I've picked my design, which is a small diamond. I just want to check a small, simple design and see how the lines come out. So the Prinker's ready. Here we go. Well, it looks like a 5-year-old has drawn it, to be honest. The The lines are supposed to be black, but you can see where the red, blue and greens have separated. So it's a pretty fuzzy image and it doesn't look like a tattoo. For my second test, I'm uploading a custom image via the Prinker website. I want to really test the Prinker, so I've picked a design with lots of detail and texture. For non-techie people, this process could be a bit tricky if your image has a background that needs removing. So now I'm going to try my custom design, which is an owl sitting on a skull. This one's got a lot more detail. Like the first one, there's a lot of colour bleeding in there. Yeah, there's no detail. Again, this was just supposed to be a black tattoo. Doesn't look like an owl. So let's see how it copes on other skin types. I've got some of my buddies coming in. They've picked their own designs, and we'll see if they get on any better than I have.
It does smell like Turkish Delight. It smells like solvents and Turkish Delight mixed together. The design that I've chosen is basically, it's kind of inspired by my grandparents because it's like a combination of both their names, and I kind of wanted to put it on because it's meaningful to me. So I'm going to give this a go now. Ooh. Oh no. It's come out as kind of a bit of a smush, as you can see. There was a little bit of time pressure involved there. Okay, right, so round 2 I can actually see some letters now. I can see wow and ha and dal, which is the first part of my grandmother's name, but then it kind of goes ahead. So it's not really spelled out properly, but like, that's pretty smudgy.
Okay, so I'm going to try out this printer device. I picked one that's got a few colours in it, so it'll give it a good workout to see how well it actually prints out. So let's give it a try, I think. There we go. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so it looked like it started pretty well. So you can see Hawkeye's little symbol, Iron Man, and then when it gets to like the actual real characters like, towards the end, you're like, nah, I'm not too impressed with that. It looks like a discount tattoo, like a budget tattoo. Nah, not feeling it at all.
So how did we rate the printer? Well, first of all, ease of use. You've got to say it, 1 out of 5. The process of picking a tattoo is easy, but actually printing it can be a nightmare. We had issues with connectivity, which was made worse by the fact that the Prinker app is only available on Android. We had issues with ink bleeding, sometimes leaving multicoloured smears on our skin. And because of the bulkiness of the device, you're left with limited options when printing on different areas of the skin. How close to a real tattoo does it actually look? 2 out of 5? From a distance, it probably looks like a tattoo, but get a little closer and you might think that Insider have opened a nightclub and this is my entry stamp. What about its effectiveness on different skin tones? For this we gave it a 4 out of 5 because we don't actually think that that's an issue. It probably works about the same on everybody. Is it water resistant? 5 out of 5. So if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, your print is going nowhere. And whether or not it made us want to get a permanent tattoo. We're only going to give it 3 out of 5 because although it gives you the freedom to experiment with shape, size and placement, it just doesn't look like a tattoo. I can see the appeal for people who want to try loads of different tattoos just to see what they look like. And I can also understand if people would want to use it as a creative tool for self-expression. In theory, you could give yourself a sleeve for the weekend. But if you've got a specific tattoo in mind and you just want to see what it looks like before you commit, there are cheaper and easier ways. So, is it worth the money or a total bust? Well, the Prinker doesn't quite replicate a real tattoo. If you want the real thing, you're going to have to get some needles involved. So, I'm sorry, but this one is a beauty bust.
I've got to the age where I've really got the signs of aging on my skin, on my hands, on my face, and a new technology is going to sort that out and make me look younger. Lauren, what are you doing?
Well, this is Opté. Opté actually covers up hyperpigmentation or age spots. Opté has a camera in it that takes 200 frames per second. It processes that data by looking at the difference of the color in your skin, sends it to a microprocessor, and then 120 thermal inkjet printers prints the product right to your skin.
I can already see it's looking amazingly better. So you can already see how the two hands compare. This one already looking a lot younger than that one. But I think what we're going to do now is go to my face, because that's a bigger challenge. Let's see what we can do there.
All right, so let's start on your face. As you can see, Opté just gently glides over the skin to remove even the toughest hyperpigmentation spots.
That's a tough spot you've got there on that side of my face. Well, I'm starting my YouTube beauty channel next week, so this will be a good first video for it. And does this work on any skin color?
Yes, it does work on every skin color. We have 3 different cartridges, light, medium, and dark. And with that, we can cover every skin tone.
So does this make ordinary makeup redundant?
You don't need to wear ordinary makeup with this. We recommend you use your daily moisturizer with UV and then use this right on top. It won't perspire off because most of your skin is actually not being covered. So it's not that situation where you go into the gym and it drips down your face. It stays on until you wash it off. But we do have anti-aging ingredients in here, so those pesky age spots should start to fade over time.
They're being printed off.
Yes. Some people call it photoshopping in real life.
That's lovely. I'm looking absolutely gorgeous.
Sony's contribution in the field of mobility is not exclusive to the technology of safety. We believe that evolution of mobility will also redefine cars as a new entertainment space, where passengers can be immersed in the content thereof. We will accelerate our efforts to contribute to the future of mobility and a new initiative named Vision S, and to deepen our understanding of cars in terms of their design and technologies. We gave a shape to our vision. This prototype embodies our contribution to the future of mobility and contains a variety of Sony's technologies. There are 33 sensors to monitor the outside and inside of the car, proving the viability of sensing features and the capabilities of Sony's solutions. Regarding the entertainment aspect, one of our new offerings for in-car entertainment is 360 reality audio, for you to truly enjoy an immersive audio experience. It also comes with an intuitive human math interface with a wide screen that displays various driving information and entertainment content. Another concept that informs the development of this prototype is adaptability, based on the software-oriented design. The vehicle seamlessly integrates with the cloud and continually update its capabilities through always-on connectivity. And this prototype is built on a newly designed EV platform, allowing for future applications in other vehicle types, such as SUVs. The creation of this prototype would not have been possible without the knowledge and the cooperation of our partners in the automotive industry, including Magna Steyr, who supported us on the engineering of the vehicle. So I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to all of our partners listed here. We will continue to pursue the Vision S initiative, focusing on safety, entertainment, and adaptability. Today, we have shared our upcoming products and technologies in the audio-visual domain. We have showcased the evolution of PlayStation with its next-generation platform and continuing commitment to immersive gaming experience. We have shared how exciting partnerships will help us lead as innovators in the area of sports entertainment and 5G. And we have given you a glimpse of what's to come in mobility. We are committed to making a meaningful contribution to society, and we are excited about the road ahead of us. And we, Sony, will continue to evolve as a creative entertainment company with a solid foundation of technology. Thank you, and have a great CES.
By giving another person's permission.
Skynet has become self-aware. It will initiate a massive nuclear attack on its enemy.
What enemy? Us! Humans!
What's up guys, Sal here. So Samsung is making an artificial human called Neon. We've talked about this a few days ago. Pranav Mistry, who's a computer scientist and inventor, who's also the president and CEO of Samsung Star Labs, was sharing frequent teasers of Neon over the last few weeks, stressing that it's an artificial human. But still, we had no idea what that meant up until now. Today he tweeted out revealing what exactly the Neon is, signifying that Neon is going to be Samsung's boldest product ever. Pranav tweeted that the code is working. It can now autonomously create new expressions, new movements, new dialogue, completely different from the original captured data. So basically, Neon is a realistic human avatar or a realistic digital human, which is cool and revolutionary. But in my opinion, this could also create a lot of problems and misinformation. More to that in the latter half of the video. But first we have a leaked video of Neon which was revealed on Reddit. My friend Good Content Tech made a very interesting video about this, explaining the whole stuff. I'll link the video down in the description box, do check it out. That being said, the people that you're seeing in the video right now are not real humans. They are computer generated footage, a realistic digital human you might say. and they do look extremely like real humans. In fact, it's impossible to say that they are computer generated. This is what Neon is. This program can create new expressions, new movement, new dialogue, and most importantly, it can do it independent of the original captured data. A lot of movie production houses do this already, but the tech they use is very expensive, beyond the reach of an average human being. But it looks like Neon is gonna be a household name if I'm not mistaken. Also, we've seen a similar type of tech in China. The lady that you're seeing right now is the world's first female AI news anchor developed in China. Although it looks realistic, but you can say it's not with her mouth movement. Neon, on the other hand, looks totally real. Of course, these are Samsung videos, and we don't know to what degree are these computer generated. Thankfully, we'll get to know that in less than 48 hours when Samsung is gonna officially reveal it to the world. That said, this is a really cool piece of tech which could revolutionize the way we interact with our devices, but there's also gonna be a concern over the potential abuse of this technology. You see, this is gonna encourage deepfakes. Politicians and celebrities are gonna be the most common victims of this, but also with the number of selfies the average person takes in a lifetime, and considering this technology will advance in the future, perhaps soon anyone could be used as a source to make them say or do anything they want. I hope Samsung has something figured out to make sure this doesn't happen, and I'll make sure to tune in to CES to see what more information they will reveal about the Neon, so do consider subscribing to keep up with it, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.
Hey guys, I'm Tom the Tech Chap here at CES 2019 with Samsung in front of this beast of a TV. This is the new Samsung 200... Okay.
Oh, sorry. Did I just go in the shot?
Get in there. Get in, bring it up.
Sorry.
This guy ruined the shot.
That was a good intro. Actually, not bad. Not bad.
This is a 219-inch micro LED TV. They've also got a slightly more reasonable 75-inch model. And I think this technology could be the future of TVs. Micro LED and the wall at last year's CES. But this year, their mammoth modular TV is over twice the size, 219 inches to be exact. And while you and I probably won't be squeezing one of these into our homes for some time, Samsung's new 75-inch 4K micro LED could be in our living rooms within the next year. And that's pretty exciting because micro LED is widely considered to be the next generation leap forward in TV displays. As the name suggests, micro LED uses millions of tiny individual LEDs to create an image, with picture quality that promises to deliver the perfect blacks and viewing angles of OLEDs and the superior brightness and no burn-in of QLEDs. The best of both worlds essentially, which would be amazing. Samsung claim micro LED tech has twice the color purity and a wider color gamut than conventional LEDs. But since this tech is still in development and I haven't been able to run any of my own tests, we'll have to take Samsung's word on it for now. But I think just as exciting as the underlying technology of micro LED is the fact that these next-gen TVs will be modular. This really is revolutionary stuff, although no doubt when it becomes available, it'll cost an arm and a leg. Modular panels, each offering a minimum 4K resolution, can be linked up to create different sizes, shapes, and aspect ratios. And the content can be customized to fit the screens you have. Maybe you'd want an ultra-wide TV or a vertical one for some reason. Maybe you'd want to buy a whole load of modules, put them on your wall, and then just have the middle 2 or 4 actually displaying TV content, with the rest being artwork or a digital window. Or maybe you just want a massive TV. So last year's wall panels were 80mm thick, now they're down to 30mm. There's almost no visible bezel, the resolution can scale up to potentially, well, infinity, 4K, 6K, 8K, 10K, all while retaining the same pixel density. Just add more modules. And they all use Samsung's AI technology introduced on their 8K TVs last year, so we can get machine learning upscaling. There's no pricing or firm availability just yet, but in the next 12 to 18 months, we will see the first Samsung micro LED TVs coming out. And while I'd be more than happy with a 55-inch micro LED, it is exciting to see the potential of the modular tech. This is definitely next-gen stuff, and I can't wait for it. But what do you think? Are you excited for micro LED, and what do you make of the modular panels? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos, and I'll catch you next time right here on the Tech Chat.
It wouldn't be CES without a whole bunch of new TVs from LG. And this year, we're seeing a lot of 8K, including 8K OLED sets and nanocell LCD sets. Personally, I'm really all about that 8K OLED. It looks glorious, as you'd expect. I haven't been super impressed with 8K TVs so far, mainly because they've all been LCD. We haven't really seen production 8K OLED, but this TV looks fantastic. We've been looking at the 77-inch here. Colors are bright, it's really sharp. You can tell that there's just a lot of detail in the image. Looking really up close to it, I can make out like individual blades of grass and just things that maybe on a typical 4K set you wouldn't. I'm still skeptical about the value of an 8K set. For a typical user, maybe from your couch, you really won't see that difference between 8K and 4K, but it's nice to see that LG is actually getting these TVs out there and making them available to consumers. And even though it's an 8K set, it's still also a native 120 Hz set, so that'll make it really useful for things like gaming and anything that requires a faster response rate. As for the rest of its lineup, it's all pretty much the same stuff we've seen from LG over the past few years. Its new 3rd generation Alpha 9 processor adds a whole bunch of new improvements. There's some better AI image processing to make skin tones better, and there's also AI-assisted sound design, so the virtualized surround sound sounds a bit better than before. Not huge upgrades from the past few years. As for the new sets, I'm really interested in the OLED gallery lineup. This is a new line that's basically a slightly more practical version of the wallpaper TV that LG has been selling for a couple of years. That was really expensive, but also really hard to use because it was a flat screen that you needed to have a separate box for all the connections. These sets are still very thin. They're just not like razor very close to the wall there. But what's really useful is that it's more practical, so you can still have the inputs in the back of the TV. They actually put in a little bit of cable channeling so that you can have your inputs, hide them against the wall. If you need to plug something in or out, you can pull the TV back a little. All these gallery sets also come with wall mounts, so the idea is that, yeah, it's something you're going to put on a wall, maybe not on a TV stand. One interesting addition coming to a bunch of OLED TVs this year is far-field speakers. So now you can say, hey LG, and a virtual assistant will pop up and you can issue commands, you can change picture settings. Typically you had to use the magic remote to do that and hit a button. Now it's a lot more automatic. Unfortunately, that feature won't work with Amazon Alexa, it won't work with Google Assistant. You'll have to get a separate device like an Echo or a Google Home to do that, unfortunately. We also saw a couple new features demoed. Filmmaker mode is something that you can just turn on. It'll take off motion smoothing. Basically make it something that actual filmmakers and directors would like to see rather than the ugly motion smooth video you typically see on a TV. We also saw a nice demo of NVIDIA's G-Sync technology, which matches the frame rate of the game with the refresh rate of the TV. That's really useful on these sets because they're now natively 120 Hz. NVIDIA added these to a bunch of TVs late last year. Now it's shipping with the 2019 OLEDs, and it just looks really great. We saw F1 racing being demoed, and I sat right in front of that screen. It just looked so smooth, so clear. There were no motion artifacts or any of those weird things you get with bad monitors and really fast performance gameplay. And interestingly enough, with G-Sync and with support for variable refresh rates across the board, it turns all of LG's OLED TVs into really great gaming monitors. In fact, they're probably going to be even faster than some dedicated gaming LCDs. So if you're buying a new set, that's great for somebody who plays consoles already. The next generation consoles are going to support that even more. So it's going to be a great feature all around. And last but not least, we saw LG's rollable OLED again, the R series, and that was something they expected to release last year. That didn't end up happening, but now they say it's for sure going to be coming in 2020, and it's going to be coming with that new processor and all the image improvements there. So you'll have a nice 65-inch rollable. We don't know what the price is going to be, and we really don't know what availability is going to be. And that's true for the rollable. That's true for all the LG sets. Typically, we see TV pricing in the middle of the year once companies know how much they're actually going to be selling them for. So all in all, it's a really nice run for LG this year. Compared to last year, where we just saw the rollable, I think the push to 8K is interesting. 8K overall is still not there, but I think we're getting there, and the content is going to be there. Right now, all you can do with that 8K set is play YouTube 8K videos, and to me, that's not super interesting. Save your money. Get a nice 4K OLED and put that towards sound or something. Stay tuned to Engadget.com for more CES 2020 news.
A
Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I normally buy one lipstick, throw it out, get a new shade that's virtually indistinguishable, keep that for about 2 years and never use it. Well, L'Oreal's Technology Incubator has a solution if you're like me and you buy 500 products that you can't decide between. They've created this new makeup and skincare mixing range that actually takes all of your favorite colors, mixes them all together and creates a perfect shade just for you. So I'm going to show you these little cartridges go inside this machine, and in there is one lip color, but maybe you want to mix this guy and let's say some bright orange. I'm feeling a bit tropical. All of those go inside this machine and you can use the app to choose the color yourself. So I'll show you how the app works. You can choose it by trends, or maybe you want to just create your own custom lip shade. All right, I'm going to choose the palette and I can change it here. I'm not much of a pink neutral, I don't really like that. All right, let's go for a deep red. Once I press the drop button, down here, it dispenses my color. So I chose a pretty heavy red, it's given me a lot of the red, but mix it all together, you can blend it exactly how you want it. I'm going to call that shade Coral Sands. Over here, they've also got foundation and skincare. So the same thing applies here. Foundation, you're probably going to stay mostly the same color, but say you've tanned over summer. I've just come back from Australia, feeling pretty tanned right now, so it might choose a different color range, and you can do it all in the app. But my favorite is the skincare. So this takes geolocation information and it'll tell me the temperature outside, the UV index, the weather, air quality. It takes all of that data, mixes it all together and tells me exactly what I want for my skin on a particular day. I can also put in my own analysis here. So take some selfies. Side of my face. Hideous age spots over here. All right, analyzing. Gosh. All right, so it's telling me that I don't really have a major problem with deep wrinkles, but dullness, that's always been my problem. So maybe I'm going to need something that focuses on dullness. So I can save my progress, and it's going to chart it across the app. Once I'm ready to go, it can show me the cartridges that are inside. So there's normally a mixture of a serum, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen, and you can mix and match them. So there's a bunch of different serums, moisturizers, sunscreens to fix all of your problems. Each of those go inside the machine, and then when I am ready to blend, oh, how's the humidity today? Okay, good. It can also take data from this other L'Oreal product, which is a little skin sun detector that tells you how much sun exposure you've got. So I'm going to try mixing this together. Now, I'm not going to lie, I've been doing CES for a number of years now. If someone had brought this product to me early on, maybe I wouldn't look so tired and haggard as I do now, but I feel refreshed. I feel like my fine lines and wrinkles are just deteriorating, and I don't have any dark spots anymore. Of course, you can't see that in my eyes, but they don't actually have a price for the cartridges or for the actual machine itself yet. It's still a prototype. As I say, it's coming out of L'Oreal's Technology Innovation Lab, but it's the kind of thing that could show you what your makeup and skincare looks like in the future. No need to go to some fancy dermatologist or choose 700 lip colors. You could just choose it all yourself.
Hey, I'm Liz from The Verge. I've been a vegetarian for 20 years, but today I'm going to eat pork. So we're here at CES in Las Vegas, where Impossible Foods is introducing two new kinds of meat. One is sausage and one is pork. So for most of human history, meat has been associated with wealth and really desirable. But lately people have been really concerned about, the effects that meat has on human health and the environment. So Impossible Foods thinks it has a perfect alternative. Like, this is supposed to taste like meat, but it's made out of plants. So this looks like a little like ground meat. It's pink, and the texture kind of looks like maybe like a chunkier hamburger. One of the things that I noticed while eating it is that it's pretty juicy, and you can sort of see some of the oils in the pan. It's definitely sizzling. So it definitely changed color, and the browning seems to be replicating meat. Like you can definitely see the areas where it's like gotten a little bit more cooked in the same way that you might like with a barbecue or something. So we're going to do some investigative journalism now. I'm going to take the meat out of this sandwich. Okay, so this comes apart pretty easily. It's like not as tough as meat usually is. And I'm just going to eat it straight because why not? It's fine. So it tastes like salty. There's almost like a kind of like nutty flavor to it. It's not like one of those things where you have to be like, rawr, 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 you know. You chew a little bit and then it comes apart. I can't really tell you if this tastes like pork because I haven't had pork in 20 years, and to be honest, I don't really remember what it tastes like. So I'm going to tap in somebody who does.
Yeah. Seems legit.
But this isn't really about me or vegetarianism. This is food science. It takes a lot of work to make something like this, not just to make it taste right, but also to make the nutrition right. But one of the things that's maybe worth keeping in mind is that pork is one of the most eaten meats in the world, and it's especially important in the Asian markets. Like China, for instance, has had a booming pork industry. So it's possible that this is a brand new market that opens up for Impossible. Impossible Foods is also introducing the Impossible sausage, which I didn't get a chance to try tonight, but that's going to be available as part of the breakfast menu at certain kinds of Burger Kings around the country, so keep an eye out for that. It's going to be part of their croissant-wich, I guess? I don't know, I've never had it, but I hear it's good. All right, I'm going to start with the noodles. It feels safest. Sorry, everybody, my chopstick skills are not top-notch. All right, here we go.
My name is Arthur Valkiezer. I'm the CEO of Hydroloop Systems. We're here in Amsterdam at the CES Unveiled, and here we are presenting Hydroloop, which is a product in the first of its kind worldwide. But before I start telling about it, we are so proud to be awarded with the Best of Innovation Award by the CES Las Vegas for 2020. Okay, the Hydroloop, first of its kind, I already told you. What it offers you is to install one in your home, and then you can recycle water. You recycle your water from your shower and your washing machine, and you use this water a second time to flush your toilets, for the washing machine and for your garden. So act wise, use your water twice, and we have to. 2 billion more people in 30 years. And we are already running out of water today. So we need 30% more water in 2050. And we at home can help this by installing systems like ours, a Hydroloop. And it's our goal, together with other companies that will follow us offering products like ours, it's our goal that in 20 years' time, no house will be built without its own water recycling system. And we, with Hydroloop, are the first one to prove that it's possible. We designed a complete new water treatment technology. Old systems use filters and membranes to treat the water. And although it works, the problem is that these filters clog. So after a few months, you have to clean the filter. And this will not work for a real consumer product. So that's why I designed a water recycling technology without the use of filters, but at the same time we meet international water quality standards in Europe and in the US. The Hydroloop is cleaning itself every other few weeks, so there's no maintenance required, and it's really a fit and forget installation in your house. And you can feel good, save water, save energy and save money.
Dieses Video wird euch von Devolumagic präsentiert. Weitere Infos erhaltet ihr in der Infokarte.
Okay, so we don't use filters to treat the water, but what do? Okay, we designed this and patented this new technology, and we use air bubbles and foam fractionation to actually lift the dirt that is connected to the skin of the water bubble that goes to the surface, and then becomes foam, and we skim the foam off. And by doing this, we lift the dirt out of the water. This is the Hydroloop app. Everybody at home has an app, and the app shows how much water you recycled yesterday, and it also tells you have enough water for the washing machine. If it's blue and you don't have enough water for the washing machine, it will tell you in 45 minutes you have enough. So you can just wait a little bit until you have enough recycled water for your washing machine. And by the way, congratulations, you didn't use any mains water to flush the toilet yesterday. And here it shows how much recycled water you still have available. We tested the Hydroloop in the past 2 years in many places in the world, like South Africa, Namibia, Dubai, UK, Belgium, the Netherlands, Denmark, and Poland. And now we are really, really ready to roll out. And starting in January, we introduce the global introduction of the Hydroloop is in January in Las Vegas, and from then on we can deliver also in Germany. Hydroloop.de. We deliver it at your home, and we will arrange a local installer to do the installation of the Hydroloop in your house.
Hello and good morning, Internet. We're back at the CNET stage at Tech West. I'm Ashley Esqueda, and with me is Max Newland with BrainCo, Dr. Wu, and Mr. Nee. You guys are here to show us some very, very cool demos using wearable brainwave headset, and also we have a very exciting prosthetic that you guys are going to talk about. Max, thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Wu, thank you for joining us. Mr. Nee, thank you for joining us. Okay, so tell us a little bit about BrainCo and what it is doing here at CES in 2020.
So BrainCo has brought two major technologies to BrainCo 2020. One is the neuroscience wearable you see on my head, which is used to help people improve their cognitive wellness in a number of ways. The other major technology is the world's most affordable AI-powered prosthetic hand that Mr. Nee is demoing over here.
That is some really exciting stuff. So your headset right now is, it's got a red light on top. Ooh, now it's yellow.
So I'm starting to calm down.
Have I calmed you down a little?
You have, yeah.
It's
You're
a
very
little
good at that,
stressful
actually.
right at the beginning of those segments.
Yes.
I think if I was wearing this headset at CS, it would just be red all the time. I don't know that I'd ever be able to get it down to yellow or even green. Okay, so let's do a little demo of how the headset works. So the headset is designed to help students focus, athletes increase their performance times.
That's right.
Okay, so we're going to do what's called the rocket ship demo.
Right.
And the goal here, as I understand it, is you're going to focus.
Yes.
And the better your focus is, the higher the rocket ship will go.
So being on stage in front of a bunch of people, I'm sure maybe I'll be a bit
It
easier
might be
to get
easier. Yeah,
into
it might
that
be a little
concentrated
easier.
state. But the concept is this is a mirror of your brain activity. And the more you concentrate, the higher the rocket ship will go. So you learn the skill of focus. You get to see what it really feels like to be in that state. And the true is for the opposite skill of relaxation. So if you practice relaxation or meditation, and we have some guided audios in the app, you can see, am I actually getting my brain to enter a genuine state of meditation? So we help people achieve these cognitive wellness goals of focus and meditation. And this product is actually available on our website, brainco.tech.
So it's already available?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and so if I want in, how much is it going to set me back?
So the retail price is $499.
Okay.
And we have two different platforms. One is called Focus Now, and this is a general cognitive wellness platform. And then we have one specific for athletes, and we're actually working with some F1 drivers and the physicians that train them, and it's specific to help athletes achieve their peak performance.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Okay, so we've lifted this rocket ship up enough, I think. I think we're going to have to, you got to try to get into that meditative state. We're going to try to bring this rocket ship down. I feel like I should. Oh, okay, the light's yellow on your headset. Can we get it to green? It might be hard here at the show. The show is it's blue. It's blue.
So with practice, you can get better and better at entering these states. So I've done this a few times, so I can get it down pretty quick. We actually work with some meditation masters, and they were at 70 or 80. We asked them to start to meditate, and it dropped immediately to 0. So with practice, you get better at entering these skills.
That is some really impressive stuff. And so the numbers, I think I was seeing on the site, up to 15% better performance times for athletes. test scores, you were saying.
That's right.
Within a short amount of time, students were able to improve their scores.
That's right. So we've seen test scores increase. We did a nationwide study with families who had kids with attention issues, and we saw those symptoms start to reduce as well. Now, this isn't a medical device, but it is a tool that helps people train for their cognitive wellness outcomes that they want to achieve.
Excellent. Okay, so speaking of medical devices, let's talk about what was named one of Time's 100 best inventions of 2019. It's right there. You got the cover. You have the cover. Oh, Mr. Nee's going to hold it.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That is excellent. Okay, so Dr. Wu, tell us a little bit about this prosthetic and what makes it so special.
So this is so cool technology. So our company try to make something to enable people, to help people. And this device is only device in the market using AI technology, using machine learning, and to capture the nerve signals from their muscles. When we control our hand, this have very fast signals changing. And we can pick up these signals, really tiny signals, and to decode what the motion the amputee try to use. And as the time going on, the both direction learning and can make this thing work so well, so intuitive to help them to do anything they cannot do before they get this device.
And Mr. Nee is a special guest wearing this.
Yes.
He's a Paralympic champion.
In
Is
China.
that correct? In China.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So I'm gonna come over and maybe we can do a fist bump. I want to see how good this technology is.
Yeah.
So okay, this is so amazing.
Yeah.
Can I do a handshake? Wow. So shake somebody's hand. This is incredible. And all of the individual digits move on their own. Is that correct?
Yes. 你那个把它打开.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a nice strong handshake, Mr. D.
Yes.
That's great. Wow, that's cool. And so what is
can move each finger and show that.
Okay. So individual digits can be moved. Wow.
Wow. So that's the only device can do this right now.
That is incredible. And this is going to be available soon. Is that correct?
Yes. So we're still in testing, but we're targeting by the end of 2020 to have FDA approval to be able to sell this to amputees who need this in the United States at a price point that is significantly lower than any other product on the market currently.
That is some really impressive stuff. And okay, so BrainCo, obviously, not only do you work on things that are wellness-based, but then now you have this amazing prosthetic product. What do you think? It's 2020, and so now this is very futuristic stuff that you guys are working on. What kinds of things do you think we should be seeing in the near future that you guys at BrainCo are really excited about? What technology here at the show really excites you?
So BrainCo is a brain-machine interface company. In fact, we're the largest brain-machine interface company in the world. And our mission is to connect humans with the world around them using this type of technology. And along the way, help specific populations, amputees, people who want to achieve better cognitive wellness outcomes, and we're thinking about, are there certain other medical populations that can use this technology to help them with their symptoms? So we're looking at the space, we're thinking about different types of medical conditions that often come with symptoms that have to do with focus and relaxation, and can we help them improve their the outcomes associated with their medical conditions? So if I think about the future, I think about how can we seamlessly integrate our intentions with our environment? For example, at our office, we have a door that you can control with your brain. We have a light switch that you can turn on and off with your focus. So we're thinking about the future. We're thinking about how do we integrate humans with the world around us, and how do we help specific populations along the way.
That is really cool. I first of all, I have to come visit your office now because I want to control the lights with my mind.
Anytime you want.
I want to feel like a superhero. That feels like a really exciting thing.
If you come by the booth, we have a brain-controlled slot car game. So you can race against other people and you can drive the car really fast. The more that you focus, we have that at our booth in LVCC. We're at 21321.
So that's awesome, and I'm going to stop by. So you mentioned at your office you have the ability to sort of turn the lights on or do things like that. Is there a goal of BrainCo at some point to move this into a more consumer-focused smart home situation? Like this it seems like that's a real easy get, right? Like I want to be able to just think about unlocking my smart my smart lock, my deadbolt at home, or coming in and not having to fumble for the lights or whatever that is.
Yeah, so this product is really good at training, really good at cognitive training, and it's also good at controlling different features in your smart home. But the use case would be more like, I can start to focus. You could see how kind of it took a few seconds for me to get into that state of relaxation, and then that would trigger something in your house.
And you're really good at it. So somebody who's less good at maybe
so it's
taking
fun.
a second
it's
and getting
fun to do,
state.
but it takes a little bit of time. But the cool thing is, the more you practice, the better you get at controlling your environment. So we think that's really neat, and I think that is going to be coming down the line soon.
I'm a new mom, so I may have to get one of these to teach myself to calm down.
There you go.
So.
There you go.
Thank you so much,
Of course,
everybody.
thanks,
I really appreciate you guys coming and showing us what you have available.